Alright, so yo, what is up YouTube? It is your boy, Itsmichaelowl here, and today guys, we're gonna be talking about all the drama with KINGSISLE, the Sinbad Hoard pack, and the wands that were released inside of the Sinbad Hoard pack. So, if you guys didn't know, about a week ago, the Sinbad Hoard pack was a new pack that was released. A lot of people made videos about it, including myself. And at first, the pack seemed pretty normal. But what was different about this pack, it dropped reagents and stuff that could allow you to craft the Sinbad Gauntlet. And that was really new. And people really liked that idea about having to, you know, buy some packs, maybe you can be able to craft the gauntlet, and then you can farm the gauntlet for whatever items that was inside of the pack. So, I mean, it was like a really win-win scenario for both the players and KINGSISLE. People say that there's ways to get the reagents without having to buy the packs, but I mean, I don't really know how truthful that is, but I mean, if there is, great. But for me, I only got the reagents from buying the packs, and I couldn't find them anywhere else, and maybe I just wasn't lucky enough, who knows, but I didn't get any reagents for the gauntlet without buying a pack. So I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, so at first everything was good. People were buying the packs, you know, people were getting the mounts and stuff, etc, etc. But then here comes the problems. The first problem that I noticed with the pack was that whenever we got the reagents from the pack, the reagents to craft the gauntlet, you weren't able to trade the reagents to other characters. So if you bought 20 packs on one character and you got some marvelous clay, and then you bought 20 packs on another character and then you got magic clay, you couldn't transfer them over. And that was for like a good week or so. So me and a lot of people were thinking that maybe it's not a design flaw, maybe that's how KINGSISLE wanted it to be. That's how I and a lot of people thought the pack was supposed to be. They didn't make it public that the pack had problems until about a week after. But also in the first couple of weeks of the pack being out, it had wands with great stats. But when you would go into PvP, the Maycast on the wand, the Sinbad Maycast, would still allow you to work in PvP, even though it says there's no PvP. And the minion itself was broken, bro. It has almost 4k health, it can use Fire Beetle, Burning Rampage, it can crit, it has resist, block, all that stuff. It's really good. So imagine this glitched wand and being out for an entire week or so, and KINGSISLE doesn't patch it, right? So people are out here in PvP getting the Maycast, and that shifts the entire balance of a match. When you have to do an extra 4,000 damage to somebody that's not the opponent at hand. That's crazy. But also, here's the biggest issue, bro. When people were first opening the pack, they noticed that there was a death wand, and there was no death or life gear set, but there was a fire and mist gear set, and a storm and ice gear set, but there was no death and life gear set at all. So when people bought the packs, this wand right here gave, instead of 19 myth damage, it gave 19 death damage. So people were like, and the pack was out for a week about this time, so people were like thinking, oh, well, maybe this is what they intended to do, who knows? So I personally, I didn't go out trying to get this death wand. I got it because I was lucky enough to get it on my first pack opening, and I didn't, you know, think too much of it. But I know people who personally went out and bought 20,000 crowns, plopped it on this pack, and ended up getting the wand that they wanted for death. They wanted it only for the death character because the death wand was really good. 19 damage, 110 crit, 4 pierce, that's pretty much better than a Witch Hunter's wand, and that's a $40 bundle. So I mean, people really wanted that wand for death. They ended up changing the damage to myth damage. They never made a gear set for this pack that gave death damage. They intended it to be myth damage, obviously. That's why there's a myth and fire hat, there's a myth and fire robe, if I have it, I don't think I have it. Myth and fire boots, etc, etc. They never intended it to be death damage, right? So if you go to Wizard101's Twitter, September 18th, this is about a week after the pack has been already out, or a few days after the pack has already been out, and they say, hey, thank you for your feedback about the new Sinbad Hoard pack content. This morning, we updated several items to address that feedback. Here are the highlights. Magical clay can finally now be moved to the shared bank. Michaelowl and the Sinbad Gauntlet is now in the Monstrology Tome. The Scrappy Griffin and the Plucky Griffin keeps the Death/Mist Blade when they get to the adult phase. The Sinbad weapons will no longer fire Maycast in PvP. And the Caputin's Boarding Hook now gives proper myth damage instead of death damage. Note that the Caputin's Boarding Hook was intended to give myth damage and was balanced and statted myth school accordingly. Unfortunately, the item was giving death magic boost instead of properly offering myth. So people are like, yo, wait, spend all that money trying to get this wand with death damage just for it to be changed? That doesn't seem fair. And there's more and more people like this. So they respond to this guy saying the exact same thing word for word up here in the beginning in their note. And people are saying, yo, if we would have known that it was a mistake, I wouldn't have spent all those crowns on a death, storm, and ice account trying to get the myth and fire wand. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, yo, why didn't they make it known when the pack first dropped, etc, that there was a problem and that there was going to be changes? A lot of people, including myself, were feeling baited that they, you know, they advertised the death damage and then they ended up changing it to myth damage, and people are like, yo, what the fuck, that's not cool. So now at this point in time in the story, people are upset and mad that they actually changed the wand to myth damage, and they're like, bro, I want a refund, etc, etc. KINGSISLE was like, yo, we're not giving anyone refunds at all, no matter what, who cares, fuck you. And the reason why I think they weren't willing to give people refunds for the amount of packs they bought on the first day or whatever before the pack was like officially fixed is because the last pack that they dropped, the Grizzleheim lore pack, it was riddled with bugs from the beginning of the launch. And people were like, yo, can I get a refund for buying this pack even though it wasn't ready, etc, etc. And yeah, they gave it to a couple people because, I mean, they thought that they pulled the pack in time. Literally, the first day that the Grizzleheim lore pack came out, they took it out of the crown shop, fixed it, and they added it back.
I feel that, like, the spell, like,
it's
auras.
so close, bro. Like, it's, like, right there. Whoa.
Item not found?
Whoa.
They sold out of the packs.
Yo.
No more in this.
In the system.
Wait, Michael, try to buy packs.
Yo,
Michael, try to buy.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
They sold
Whoa!
out. Crown shop sold
It's
out.
sold out.
Wait, hold on. Let me
It's
actually.
sold out, bro. It's sold out.
I actually have.
Nah, it's gotta be a bug. It's gotta be a bug.
Wait, refresh your.
Refresh.
Nah, bro. It's sold out.
No way.
It's not in there anymore!
Where is it?
Oh,
Whoa! Whoa!
It's sold out.
Whoa! They took it out! But they took it out because there was problems immediately. But with this pack, the Sinbad Hoard pack, it left the pack in the crown shop with all the glitches and everything for a while. So they were like, yo, this is how the pack should be. We're expecting that there's gonna be death damage on the wand because they left it alone for a while. With the Grizzleheim lore pack, they gave a few people refunds, but after they realized that so many people were requesting refunds, they were like, yo, well, there has to be certain specifics as to why you should get a refund, even though at first they were giving anyone a refund who asked. You have to have bought in packs on a level 120 character, etc, between the time they dropped and before they pulled it, etc. They even did that to me, bro, and I was like, bro, I bought packs as soon as the freaking pack dropped and I didn't get a refund. And I was buying them on my level 130, of course, but I mean, Blaze Lifehammer, you know, everybody knows Blaze, but he buys packs on his level 130 character. I have proof right here, and he gets a refund, 68 crowns. And I'm like, yo, they told me I couldn't get a refund because I was level 130 when I bought packs, but Blaze bought packs on his life trying to get Rattata, and he got his refund. So a lot of people responded to this tweet. They were upset, etc. Even one of the KINGSISLE workers ended up responding, you should have bought, if you were not level 110 to 129, you should have gotten all the items from the pack as intended. This has nothing to do with a particular person, but they said that it has nothing to do with a particular person, but he particularly wasn't 110 through 129, and he still got a refund. But that's besides the point. We're talking about the Sinbad Hoard pack now. So now with the Sinbad pack, they're just saying no refunds for anyone, no matter what the circumstances is. And this is a pretty big problem because it's not our fault that you guys added the wrong stat to the wand, and you guys left it in the game for a while, making us think that it was supposed to be like that. Somebody sent this to me, they added me in it, and I'm like, I don't know how truthful this is, so don't take me wrong, but the person obviously asked for a refund, and they said, dear whatever, the following action has been taken. Permanent ban. This has happened because of the following. Requested refund. And if you get banned for asking for a refund for a pack that they glitched, that is crazy, bro. That cannot be real, bro. I think it's fake, but if that's the case, if that's true, then that is actually insane. So now we're gonna fast forward to yesterday, and KINGSISLE says, we hear your concerns about the recent changes to the Caputin's boarding hook. Read for an update about the wand stats for this week's maintenance period. So pretty much what this says is that when we created the wand from the Sinbad pack, death damage was included when it should have been myth damage. We apologize for going live with the wrong school type and understand the resulting concerns regarding the change to the correct wand. We want to make sure everyone is satisfied with their new wand, so this Wednesday during our normal maintenance period, we'll be updating the wand to add back the death school damage. The Caputin's boarding hook will then have death, fire, and myth damage. There is no need to contact support about your wand. It will be updated automatically. Due to the unique nature of this version, it will only be available to those who acquire or have acquired the Caputin's boarding hook between 9 AM the day the pack dropped and 3 AM on September 25th, 2019, which is tomorrow. After the maintenance, this version of the Caputin's boarding hook will be then retired. Future Sinbad packs will only have the chance to obtain the original intended fire and myth damage. Any unredeemed packs still in your gift redemption window at 3 AM September 25th, 2019 will contain the Caputin's grappling hook and not contain the Caputin's boarding hook. And a lot of people are saying, hey, that's a smart move, including myself. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you doing this because, I mean, I was pretty upset. I was pretty livid, bro. This whole, week, I'm like, bro, I just wasted all this crowns. A lot of people are like, yo, thank you for acknowledging this and actually listening to us, finally, instead of just ignoring us. And that's the entire story about the Sinbad Hoard pack so far, bro. I mean, it seems like it's a pretty happy ending, but it could have been a lot worse. They could have just ignored all of our concerns and keep it with myth and fire damage instead of the death damage. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be pissed, and people would probably quit the game because of the amount of money that they wasted on that pack. So I'm actually glad that they did it this way, because I mean it shows that they acknowledge that they messed up and they're gonna make up for it. It's way better than how they handled the Grizzleheim pack by giving a select few people refunds and not giving everyone refunds, which still kind of is like, bro, what the fuck? But I mean, like, you know, they're changing and they're making it better. I'm not gonna always hate if there's nothing to hate on, bro. If they do something good, I'm gonna let you guys know that they did something good, and I'm gonna let them know that they did something good. But if they do something bad, trust and believe that I'm gonna tell you guys, yo, this is messed up. But like I said, this all could have been avoided if they maybe, you know, pulled the pack as soon as it dropped, and when they realized that, you know, there was problems and glitches with the pack, or if they just take their time making packs. I don't know what's going on in KINGSISLE lately, but I mean, the Grizzleheim lore pack and the Sinbad Hoard pack are like one of the only 2 packs that I've known that have like significant like glitches, and they're both back to back. I don't really remember there being any packs with like, you know, significant glitches that are coming in live roam. I feel like if they took a little bit more time before they dropped something new, just to make sure that everything's right, they would avoid so many controversies, and they would, you know, make a lot more players happier. It should be better for them to slow down and make sure everything's right, instead of them having to go back and fix things just because they were rushing. So, yo, let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section down below about this situation. I'm personally happy that, you know, my wand is gonna be back to death, bro. But yeah, I'm just genuinely curious about what you guys have to think about this whole entire situation. If you guys did enjoy this video, dude, make sure to drop a like. I would really appreciate that. Also, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification to know whenever I post a video. Also, check out all the other links down in the description down below. My Twitter, Discord, Twitch, all that main important, but everything else is cool too. So if you guys didn't know, yeah, I was just giving you guys a little whiz news about what's going on in the community. And if you guys want more videos like this, just let me know what you guys want me to talk about down in the comment section down below, and I will do it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for this video. I'll see you guys in whatever else I do next. And yeah, stay lit, guys.